Awujale-Ijebu have just cancelled King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal for this consideration to the throne of Awujale. Hello everyone, you're so much welcome. We know K1 has indicated interest. He wrote a letter, filled a form, indicating his interest for the stool of Awujale of Ijebu. People who are familiar with Ijebu and the Southwest know that this is one of the top thrones as far as Ijebu is concerned. The late Awujale, may his soul rest in peace, was on the throne for so many years. He did so well, an amiable leader, a leader of leaders, a leader who revered people from the north, south, east, and west will always come to pay homage to. A leader and a king who does not leave his throne. In fact, the people are the ones that come to Awujale for conflict resolution, peace within the community. He ruled with fairness, and is one king who did not hide his love for Jesus Christ. Is one king who would always show him praising God. He was never shy to call himself a Christian. So when Awujale did not show up at the concluded Lojudi Oba for this year, people were like, what's going on? What's going on with Awujale? For him not to be able to be seated on that beautiful day that has gained global recognition, that means that, maybe he's not feeling well. At last, few weeks later after that, he passed away. Awujale actually passed away the same day President Muhammadu Buhari passed away. May their souls rest in perfect peace. So when K1 decided to, show his interest, to be like, okay, I'm interested in Awujale, people are like, okay. For a lot of people, they do not have the ground knowledge of how eligible he is for the throne, right? Most people will just say, he lives in Ijebu-Ode, his Yoruba is from Ijebu-Ode. Yes, you can even be from Ijebu-Ode, but you might not belong to the ruling house. And for those traditional institutions, which a lot of politicians have weakened over time, need to be freed. The traditional institution need to be autonomous. But except we want to deceive ourselves, we will know that when it comes to ownership in Yoruba land, I don't know about other lands, a lot of political undertones have taken over. And that's why it seems that the traditional institutions are not as strong as they used to be. Because it's now a case of, we are the government in power. We are the government in this. We have the influence to be able to do X, Y, Z. Which was not the case years ago. Then you really find an Oba going up and down and everything. The people, even the president, will come and meet the Oba in his palace, which is obtainable in some other places, but in our Yoruba land, about the Yoruba. Now, after the letter Kwamam wrote to indicate his interest, people are now saying, Baba ṣe tipátipá ni, ṣé gbogbo oyè lẹ fẹ́ jẹ ni? You jẹ́ Olúayé of Fuji, Mayegun of Yoruba land, Olórí Ọmọọba of Ijebu land. What else again do you want to jẹ? What else again do you want to jẹ? That ajá ò kí ń rorò kó ṣojúlé méjì. Now we are going to take the response of the ruling house. And it reads, the ruling house replies K1. We write to confirm the receipt of the form dated 10th December 2025 and signed by your good self. Curiously, the form was certified by a purported family unit head, one Omoba Adetayo Abayomi Oduneye Eruobodo, on 8th December 2025, 2 days before your good self signed it. In other words, the form was pre-signed. Let me go back to this again. What it means is that the purported family head that K1 claims signed the form 2 days before K1 signed. So the person signed, the family head, Omoba Adetayo Abayomi, signed on the 8th of December, while K1 was said to have signed on the 10th of December, saying that, Oga, the form you brought was pre-signed. Let's go on. The form was not signed by the authorized representative family head of your purported family unit head. Say, Oga, the form you brought is not signed or was not signed by the authorized family head. Let's go on. Omoba Adetayo Abayomi Oduneye Eruobodo is not a registered member of the Jadiara Royal House and therefore has no local standing to sign any leakage form on behalf of the family. Chai. Let me break that down. What this means is that K1, the family head that signed your form does not belong to the Jediara family and has no local standing and cannot act on that behalf. Our extensive investigation has not revealed any proof of your membership of the Jadiara Royal House or indeed that of Fusegbuwa ruling house. K1, no. We have conducted a thorough investigation, no, and our investigation proves that you have no membership of the Jadiara Royal House or the Fusegbuwa ruling house as you claimed. Pé irọ́ pátápátá gbáà ní nǹkan tó sọ, òótọ́ mọ́ àwọn family yìí. The lineage form is hereby declared null, void, and of no consequence. For the avoidance of doubt, your claim to the membership of Fusegbuwa ruling house is rejected. You hear them? So they are telling K1 that, Oga, lineage tó ló níléèjì mọ́ wọn, linkage tó ló link mọ́ wọn is null, void, and of no consequence. Báwọn lọ́yà ṣe máa ń lò ó nìyẹn. Wípé o belong to the Fusegbuwa ruling house. So your application is 100% rejected. So this is the response of the ruling house of Ijebu. No human being on earth loves rejection. In fact, some people take rejection really badly. In fact, 50% of reasons why, sorry for the noise, 50% of the reason why a lot of people are depressed is because of rejection. Maybe rejection from the world, rejection from the loved ones, rejection from a significant other, rejection from siblings, rejection from whatever, from work. While some people don't take rejection to heart, they just dust it off and move on. A lot of people, they do not, when they are rejected like this, is a big blow. But in this circumstance, Wasiu knows already if he's eligible to the throne or not. Now, according to one of the speakers online, Balogun Eko, he came out, even before this response was given by the ruling house, that K1, you are not eligible to the throne. Ijebu people are not walkover people. You cannot bring your federal might into this matter. It no go work. Let's take some comments. Somebody said, ouch, bro, just rest. You don't try. Maigun of Yoruba land. Olori Omoba of Ijebu kingdom. King of Fuji worldwide. Balogun of Ekiti. Otumba Fidipote of Ijebu. Oluomo of Lagos. Airplane stopper of Muritala Mohammed Airport. Now you want to become Awujale. Bro, chill now. Àwọn commenter kan wà. Gba kan ṣubú ni. Another said, my question is, are you so patient with wisdom to obtain this throne with humility? Secondly, are you from a royal family or just want to ascend the throne because of greatness and selfish interests of Emilio Khan? Another person said, it's good to know when to stop. Another said, ipò ọba wùnyí lẹ fàárọ̀ ọjọ́ wùwà ìbàjẹ́. Ẹ̀yin nìkan la bímọ máa wò. Ẹ̀yin nìkan la bímọ máa wò. Ẹ̀yin nìkan lẹ máa báyàwó àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ yín sùn. Kọ̀mẹ́ntà yìí lágbára o. Ẹ̀yin nìkan lẹ máa kí àwọn onígbáná àti onífraud. If anything, you should be made king of moral decadence. Ẹ lọ sùn jọ, yé pàrípà. Kọ̀mẹ́ntà yìí lágbára o. Somebody else said, is that why they now publish his phone number, but this one suits me? Yes, because the form was published online. And that's, of course, it can't be his personal phone number. Some people said it's his resource number. Another person said, Awujale won't perform for stage. It be like this man they meant who they deceive him. Another person said, retirement plan till last dance with laughing emoji. Somebody else said, Baba Oloju Kokoro, it's very good to know when to stop. Another said, K1 fẹ́ ganu Sade, but wọ́n ṣẹ́ǹkì rẹ̀. Another said, it's good to actually know your background, no jumping. Another said, make himself rest, now waiting. Another said, in other words, no chance for him. Another said, say no to pash pash and mago, be contented with what you have. You can't win it all. Another said, knowing when to stop is important. Thank you, ruling house. It will suit my body. Go back to your house. Hey. Another said, Abaso degba. Àfi ènìyàn jẹ lèmọ́mù, ó tún wá du sẹ́ríkì. That's one of the lines from his songs. Kíníkan àfi èèyàn kan jẹ mọ̀mọ́wù, ṣé yẹ kó tún máa du kíníkan sẹ́ríkì. Anyway, another said, laugh na water. Awujale can go back on stage now. Another said, royalty is completely different from celebrity. Without a trace of royalty, will master arrogance. 20 months he will rule. 20 months he will bleed the land. Then his end comes quickly. No baton. Another person said, K1 will reply them on stage. Oh. Many people go down, they call Baba like this, especially I want more weary. Another said, last, you just hear yourself without no lineage to Judiara ruling family. Another person said, Baba, leave this their kinship. Kini kono. Another said, this man needs to go sit 100 rows behind. As much as I love his music, what he's doing right now is destructive to the process of nominating the next Awujale. It is disrespectful and arrogant. Another said, Oloju Kokoro, you are not from the royal house. Just because you are close to Tinubu and Dapo Abiodun, you think you can claim what's not yours? Another responded with clapping emojis, saying the throne is to be revered, K1. Another said, confirm, truth to be told, is not Otumba Fidipote and Balogun of Ilupeju Ekiti. Another person said, when you see chief professor as the vice chairman and pastor as the general secretary, just know they are doing the due diligence. This one sweets me. Another win for we Nigerian citizens. We no get money after King of Osun State brought in. And another person said, now one rig ownership again. Another said, Oloshi won't carry politics. Oloshi won't carry politics enter. What do we expect from a man whose role model greatest evildoer? If una don't chop this life finish, make una go chop heaven too. Another said, another Oluwo of Iwo aborted before it happens again. Another said, I know my Ijebu people. He don't sign to sing for Tinubu in 2027 and still won't be Awujale-Ijebu land. Person will be say patient far away from. You better go and beg the Alufa Ganu where you abuse. Another said, Aṣeju ní ràn àyà, irùngbọ̀n ti tó. Another said, tí ṣìgìdì bá fẹ́ tẹ́, á ní kí wọ́n gbé òun lọ sí odò lọ wẹ̀, ẹ̀tẹ́ dé. All right, so let's just take a pause because 98.1% of the people in this comment section, of over 1,500 people, were just giving Sake one to be like, Oga, respect yourself. You cannot deceive the world. You know you don't belong to the Jadiara family. So all your claims of having one purported family heads presigning your form doesn't hold water. There's no linkage of whatever you are linking to what is to be linked to. So, if you're way, traditional ambition, K1 the ultimate, if let traditional institution be. Yes, we are lover of K1 on this platform, but the truth of the matter is, if you love someone, it doesn't mean the person is going to be right all the time. You're joking, or you're just an ass kisser. That's it. Even your husband or your wife that you love so much, sometimes they will do some things and you frown at it to be like, no, what you did is wrong. It doesn't change the fact that you love them. It just shows the fact that you love them enough to tell them the truth. Because if you refuse to tell the truth, àwọn kan àti bàbá K1 sọ lábẹ́ pé K1 kíní ìtẹ́fẹ́ ṣe yìí ṣe mọ̀ pé belongs to kíní ìkànnì, but kò ní gbọ́. You know bàbá has agídí. He will not hear. But nísinsìnyí tó ti gba refutal tọ̀, wọ́n á jókòó sílé wọn. Yes, a lot of people are claiming, oh, I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim. Yes, own your religion with your full chest. But when it comes to traditional institutions, let them do what they know how to do. I honor your religion. I honor your culture. You honor my religion. You honor my culture. Now, when peace they be that. But if we have no honor for each other, right, and we are putting Madaru into Obaship, that ayé ìgbà kan Ojoba, you are like a mini God, because God himself recognizes the traditional institution. Kí la ti rí àwọn King David, King Solomon láyé ìgbà yẹn? You think na ṣeré? No. A traditional institution has to be respected. And when we carry our dirty minds of politics enter traditional institutions, we weaken it. Ayé ìgbà yẹn, àwọn ọba, you can even really look at ọba inside his eyes koro like this. Ayé ìgbà, you can't find ọba dancing on the stage. How, where to wear? Ayé ìgbà, you cannot find ọba at a party with food and èèwọ̀ ni, ọba oúnjẹ ń ta. But ayé ìsìn, wàhálà wà mọ́ anything. Not just small chops. Ayé ìgbà yẹn, ìṣera wà. Tó bá sọ pé nǹkan báyìí lóhun rí, ẹ gbà wípé he's not just talking from his physical body, he's talking from the spirit realm. Because for you to be that powerful as a human being, it's just like maybe you are a Christian, you are a Muslim. When you start fasting and you're praising God, you get to the point that you are deadening your physical body. You are suspending yourself from the physical realm. You can hear clearly in the spiritual realm. You are asking God for something. Your heart is directly linked to God. You're not thinking of Google because the spiritual realm is real. Whether we like it or not. Some people are not even Christians or Muslim or Ishe, but they know how to connect with their God. So all these politicians want to jump into Kiniko, because leave traditional institutions alone. Go face in politics and other sectors. Let the people who are in charge of traditional institutions and ruling houses do the needful. Ẹni tí fá bá yàn àbẹ́ni tó bá kàn rotational ní kó jẹ́ ká ní peace. Ẹ má bẹ̀rẹ̀ rádaràda níjẹ̀bú Òde. Ẹ má bẹ̀rẹ̀ rádaràda níjẹ̀bú Òde. We have too many problems in the society now. Ayé ìgbà kan, gbogbo àwọn bokoboko tó ń gbé àwọn èèyàn káàkiri, àwọn ọba ló máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n máa sínlẹ̀ kiri. Pé tí wèrè kan bá fẹ́ wọ̀lú tó fẹ́ gbéyàn báyìí, ó máa gan pa lẹ́nu entrance ìlú yẹn tó máa gan tó máa wáyé sókè báyìí. That was how powerful our traditional institution was. But ayé ìsìn, àwọn ọba lọ́gán ló ń bẹ̀rù jù. Àwọn ọba ló ń bẹ̀rù jù. This might not be understandable to maybe younger people like Gen Zs, but if you are a mature person, what I'm saying, it is what it is. We had very strong traditional institutions at that time. That even in some villages and communities, wọ́n bí ẹ̀dá kó jalè, wọ́n bí ẹ̀rẹ́, fear wà, everybody align, brain wà reset, but ayé ìsìn gbogbo ẹ̀ ti tọwọ́ bọ gbogbo ẹ̀ lójú, owó ti bà gbogbo ẹ̀ jẹ́, man no man, rig me I rig you ti ṣẹlẹ̀. So how are we supposed to move from that? How are we supposed to improve? Because the truth of the matter is, all this UK we are shouting and everything, they have their own traditional institutions that they do not joke with. And that's the truth. We see how they do their things and all of that, keeping their own lineage, everything. But ṣùgbọ́n àwa àfi ká tẹ gbogbo ẹ̀ lójú ká bàjẹ́. Ká máa gbé sentiments, ká máa gbé political nuisances sí àwọn nǹkan tá à ń ṣe, which does not help us at the end of the day. We need to be better. We need to do better. Thank you so much for watching. So, Baba K1, Egbabe. In life, you win some, you lose some. And it's no biggie. And your profile in the public space is not too good. People said you are not a philanthropist. People say there is no charitable projects you've done that people talk about or people can say that. Even in Ijebu, people cannot say, nǹkan báyìí ni lágbájá ń gbé ṣe, according to what people said. And online, there's no traceable thing to say, okay, he's linked to a particular charity organization. Last year, was it last year or 2 years ago, when Bisola Badmus, your baby mama, granted an interview with, was it Kunle Afford? Weeks later, you now announce that you want to do a charity organization, and people gave you boost, that you want to do charity school fees for students, that your own son, that Bisola asked for you, you not even look the boy side. Ketowa Demobo Wale the stage 2 weeks ago. When it comes to women as well, you have 0 profile. Your baby mamas in Waga. The women where you marry put for ourselves, we born for you, where you go carry like this, like gold. Shortly after, you go drop them for gram. Sheloju Wombo. If you have a sister, a daughter, who is close to you, who you like very much, and she comes to you to say, I'm dating K1 and he's proposing that she come and marry him. Walai, aye ma kọ́kọ́ ṣe gbìm. Because I'm like, yeah, Olúwa o. What? Àwọn tó ṣe ìkíní, ìkẹta, ìkẹrin, ìkarùn, ìkẹfà, ìkeje, ìkẹjọ, ìkẹsàn, all counting. Wọ́n lulẹ̀. Wọ́n ò mọ̀ ṣe lójú K1. Ìwọ kan á ní K1 ni breast natal size bed nsìn. Hey, wàá jẹ pírígìdì ìyà. That is how bad K1's profile as regards women, wives, mother of his kids have been. It is now that he's trying to make adjustments. You see, all these things, they say internet never forgets. It is whatever you do, people will say. The way you raise your women up, the next women, you're out of the relationship. Those women are wrecked. They are frustrated. They are heartbroken. So, all these things are the reasons why, when you check comment section in the last 1 week, your public profile is not very good. And it's not just about, yes, your PR tries, but they don't. Your behavior is too strong that it seeps through every PR image that your PR team brings out. So we will just wish you all the best. You're a good man when it comes to your work. You know, you have the energy and everything. I'm always saying it. You know, we like K1 on this our platform. But you make your bateba shenko ti o da kama sọ fún yín o. Àwọn ò kó yẹn jẹ ń bí o. Kó yẹn jẹ. Ọlọ́run tó bí wa gan, Ọlọ́run tó ní wa gan, à ń bí o, Baba God, what's up? Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ bàbá? Ká máa sọ pé ẹlẹ́ran ara, àwọn ò fẹ́ lẹ́ran ara ṣe kíní bí. So Baba K1, tẹ́wọ́ yín kẹ́ fomi lò. Eléyìí wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ó wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká da traditional institution wa rú. Oyè tẹ́tí jẹ náà ó ti tó. Ẹ jẹ́ kán ṣe bó ṣe ń ṣe kó lè bá rí bó ti ń rí. Thank you so much for joining. We'll see you in the next video. Ire o.